How's it going, Ding Dongs? Welcome back to Ding Dong Drift. Yeah, we got a lot of snow here in Chicago. I think we're over a foot already in the last 2 weeks, and there's some sleet coming tonight and some more snow coming Wednesday, I think, or no, Thursday. And then it's gonna be like almost 0 Fahrenheit. For those of you in other countries, it's gonna get real damn cold. So not a lot of car stuff is gonna be happening for a little while because it's just too damn cold. My garage is not insulated. It is not heated. It's very cold, but today is a little bit warmer, which gives me a chance to talk about something I just purchased. So if you guys watched the last video of the 2-hour-long movie that I made with the road trip in the tundra, in the beginning and the end of it, you can kind of see what I bought. Let's just get to it and take a look. So here it is, my second FRS. And this is, I'm pretty sure, an FRS, not a BRZ, even though it has the facelift BRZ bumper. Pretty sure this is still an FRS. I don't have the title for it yet. It is coming, because obviously it's a salvage title. So I mentioned this car a couple videos ago. A guy wanted $3,500 for it, and he was literally down the street from my house. I kept nagging him, kept bothering him, and I eventually got it for $3 grand. It is running and driving, manual, runs perfect as far as I can tell, and it only has 20,000 miles somehow, which I don't understand. The dash says 20,000 miles, but the dash is out of a BRZ, and it has a BRZ bumper. So I don't know what's going on there, but the Carfax also says it has 20,000 miles. So I'm confused, but it doesn't really matter. All that matters is the engine runs, and it runs well, and it's a manual, which means it is the perfect swap candidate for this car, because this car is pretty clean. There's nothing wrong with it. It's got some minor dents here and there. All it needs is a new engine, because this one, as you guys know, is toast, and I took it driving, and here's how it sounds now. Oh no, I hear some shit. It doesn't sound good. Oh, it sounds so much worse. I think I finally killed it. So because this car was so close to home, I literally just drove it home with some locking pliers on the missing steering wheel. You can see that's literally how I drove it home. Here's the clip. And yeah, drives fine. Even though the upper control arm is completely gone. It's not gone, but it's toast. I don't know if you can tell in there, but upper control arm is toasted. And this car does have some parts. It has solid subframe mounts. It has, you saw Fortune coilovers in the front, has a parent intake, some sort of exhaust that isn't stock. It's got this little wing thingy spoiler, these taillights, except one is broken, so yeah. Lots of little goodies, whatever those wheels are. I don't know what those wheels are. And these fenders, these fiberglass fenders that look to be intact and not broken. And yeah, the facelift bumper and one headlight. Let's talk about what's gonna happen with these two cars, but I'm gonna go inside. By the way, check out this new tripod I got. It's a small rig potato jet. The legs extend to whatever length. So look, I can have it up there, one over there, and one down here, and they're all automatic. It's freaking crazy. I got it all Arca Swissed out, so my cage on my camera has an Arca Swiss mount, so I put an Arca Swiss in here, so then I can just quick release camera. See, it's mounted. Obviously you can't see, but mounts on there, and then I got an Arca Swiss on my gimbal and an Arca Swiss on my little handle thing, so everything's just quick release now, and it's awesome. All right, so let's talk about this winter build season. So starting with the FRSs, obviously swapping the engine and manual trans into the first FRS, the black FRS, let's say. Sylvia, my wife, had a good idea. So I mentioned previously that I wanted to do like an LFA big extravagant build on the FRS with like, you know, V8 swap and crazy headers and all that. She had a good point that right now I don't really have the room and the facilities to do something like that. I can basically only do like big projects in the summer because of weather and because I like to keep my cars inside, especially the Tundra. I like to keep it inside so it doesn't get all gross and salty, and we don't really drive it much in the winter, which is weird because, you know, you assume truck drive in the winter, but I don't, because honestly, small cars are much better in the snow than a truck is because it weighs so much less and it's so much easier to turn and stop, and tires are cheaper, snow tires are cheaper. I can go on forever, but yeah, basically I just don't have the room right now to do a crazy build like that. I'm gonna postpone that until later when I have either a shop or a garage, a larger garage or something, or I move, because I am trying to move. I do want to move somewhere west, either Colorado, California, Oregon, somewhere over there, because I am sick of the Illinois scenery, or lack thereof. What was I talking about? Yeah, FRS, manual swap, engine, and then I'm going to develop a bunch of parts for it, you know, all of my 3D printed stuff, Ganadors, camera mirrors, side markers, fog lights, grills, blah, 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 and eventually a full like wide body kit that will still just be like an FRS. It's not gonna look like an LFA, just so I have a product that I could sell. Because I'd like to, as you guys know, I'm trying to create a business of mainly 3D printed parts right now, but once I get more room and I get better at it, I'd like to do aero, carbon fiber, everything. So that's the plan for the FRS. I did mention in the previous video, before I purchased the FRS, that I would like to, that I was torn between buying the second FRS or building this. However, Black Friday went so well this year, thanks to you guys, thank you to everybody that purchased something on the website, that I was able to purchase the FRS and also able to purchase most of the parts for the SC as well. So first things first, I've said this many times, it's gonna be the roll cage, then it's gonna be fuel cell. So I ordered a radium fuel cell, and I ordered the radiators for the rear, because I am gonna do rear mount radiator, and then giant intercooler in the front, and electric AC in the front, which is another project that I'm very excited to do. I'm gonna install electric AC. I have the box right there because I think that's gonna be a game changer for drift cars. I mentioned it before, there's another channel that did it already, but besides that, there's not much talk about it. So yeah, everyone's saying finish the SC, don't buy another car. Don't worry too much about that. This is the main squeeze. That's just a side hoe. That's just a little side project. I'm not going to be focusing much on it. I just want to get it driving just so I have a little fun car in the winter and spring and whatever, just drive around. Because this thing is, in its current form, as you've seen, it's kind of falling apart because of the 3D printed body. It was never meant to be driven. Everyone's saying coated in fiberglass, coated in carbon fiber. Please go watch the previous videos. This was never meant to be driven. This is all just a plug for molds. So the whole plan was to just make the plugs for the whole body and take molds of it and then make everything out of solid carbon fiber, no fiberglass anywhere. However, I'm extremely impatient and I had to drive the car because I hadn't driven it in almost the whole year. So I just couldn't help it. I went driving around and the cold is what's cracking the body. It's easily fixable. I'm not too worried about it, so whatever. It is what it is. It's gonna need a whole, sanding of the entire body anyways, because this is just polyester primer right now, and it needs to be sanded to like 300 grit or something for clear coat, because I'm using epoxy molds or epoxy materials for the molds. So I need to put a dissimilar material on it for clear coat. But it's dissimilar from epoxy, which helps with the epoxy not etching into the molds or not etching into the plugs. So the whole molding, carbon, everything is coming in the spring because it's too cold for it right now. Most materials don't even cure in this temperature. Lots and lots of stuff coming for the SC. I have gobs of models that I've been making and prototyping, and I have so many freaking ideas and things that I want to do that I think are going to be so freaking cool, and I'm so excited to do them. If you don't want to miss all of that, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to support the channel even more than just watching, you can check out the Patreon. That's another thing of why I wanted to get another project car. The parts for the SC are, I'm basically at the top level of parts for this car. Like, radium fuel cell is like one of the most expensive fuel cells. You know, turbo stuff is some of the most expensive stuff to buy. Huge injectors, huge fuel pumps, headwork for the engine, rods, pistons, like that's where this build is at now. It's no longer just a quick, dirty little, you know, drift car. It's getting pretty serious. So big brakes, big wheels, lots of materials, you know, stainless piping, aluminum piping, lots of welding. That's all coming for this build. So it's gonna get very expensive, so it's gonna slow down a little bit. And to fill the gaps, that's why I wanted another simple project car so that I could just have a little fun in that thing, accrue funds for this thing, the big one, which is why Patreon is such a huge help. For some reason, my Patreon is not really catching on. People don't really seem to be that interested. Maybe I'm just not, I don't have that much of a following yet. I think that's basically it for outlining everything that's gonna happen with these cars right now. The swap I'll be doing probably in a few weeks once the weather chills out a little bit, or warms up a little bit, I should say, because it's yeah, just constant snow and super duper cold. I need it to like chill out for a little bit so that I could put the Tundra outside, put the SC outside, and then bring both the FRSs inside and then just literally swap the engines. Oh, and then also that brings me to the last point. If you see anything you want from the white FRS, leave it in the comments or message me on Instagram with the same name, Ding Dong Drift, if you guys don't follow me there already. For any parts you want. I'll be selling everything off of that car. I'm keeping my FRS like completely stock. I don't want any of the exhaust intakes, nothing. I'm gonna literally just have a completely stock in terms of the engine, the fenders, everything, headlights, taillights, everything. So anything you want from that FRS, let me know, it's for sale, because I need to recoup some costs. I guess the last thing I can talk about is some future product ideas that I have for this car. First of all, headlight intake, like I sell for the SC, fog lights for this area, as well as a new turn signal lens thingy-majig. I have a little idea to make it a little more aggressive, as well as canards that just bolt right in so you don't have to drill into the bumper and stuff. Side markers, mirrors, these things, roof wing, duckbill spoiler, diffuser parts, lenses for that, all sorts of goodies. So, and if you have any other ideas, let me know in the comments, because, oh, and another thing. When I was talking about the FRS, when I finished the whole kit and everything for it, and when I've exhausted my ideas for products for that car, I plan to sell it because I want an E34 BMW even more than that. If I had the room, obviously I'd get both. If I had the room, I would much rather do, actually I'm torn. So my plan is to do E34 BMW with either like a S85 or some sort of V10 or V12 and make it sound like a Formula One car, because I think that'd be hilarious. Let's just have like a regular ass sedan sounding like a Formula One car. The idea of having a replica LFA is also very enticing. So those are the two things that I like have big ambitions for. I gotta pick one or the other for now, so hopefully I'll be able to fulfill those wishes in the near future if this side business or whatever you want to call it does any better than it is now, because currently, yeah, it's just a hobby at this point. It's just a little side business. It's not really viable for me to like quit my job or do it full time. That is going to be it for this video, ding dongs. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's just a rambling video, but lots of good content is coming very soon. I also have some parts for other cars that I've been making that I will be showing shortly. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it. It's gonna be it for this one. Peace out, stay sweet, and I'll see you guys next week.
America. Do you have your passport?